Today we're going to take a look at the Euro USD on the 5-minute chart. I want to show you places you could have gotten in on the trade. I want you to realize that you're not always going to have that perfect example to get in on a trade. It's going to look different every single time. You just have to pay attention to the chart, seeing how it reacts, and deciding if you want to get in on the trade. When you're looking at this, you can see that price was moving down, right? So price was heading down, and then it was changing direction. It broke above this area here, came down and retested it before moving higher. So you could have potentially got in somewhere here. Maybe once you've seen that engulfing candle, you'd have to decide what works best for you. But you can see now price came down a bit and back up, and then it came to retest this area right here. And you can see all the wicks pushing in the other direction, pushing a candle in the other direction, and then heading up. So this could have been a potential area for an opportunity as well. Price goes up and is clearly reacting to another area on the chart to the left. Price comes down and is retesting this area. So, second here, if we run this across, you can see that price came down and tested this area. Then it shot up, came down, came back up, retested this area right here. You can see that price at this point made a decision to change direction. We don't know if it's going to continue that way, but it broke below this area, came back up and retested the area, and you can see this long wick pushing the body down, suggesting that price may go down. And then we see an engulfing pattern right here, and at that point that could have been a potential opportunity. And price comes back up, retests this area here before heading down. And you could see several pullbacks, and you could have attempted trying to get in on these pullbacks all the way down. And then what do you see here? You can see finally price decides to change direction. Now this was 7:30 candle when it broke above it. And when you're looking at this, so comes up, retests the area right here with this one little candle. We're not really sure what's going to happen, but then we get this engulfing pattern right here. So will it come back? I'm not sure, but this is the first clue that I see that it may be going bullish. And then price continues to move up. There's a lot of movement here. I'm not sure what was going on at that specific time. Price comes up, comes back down. Now you can see that it's starting to change direction. What I see here is you can see this area here was a big void within these two candles here. So, well, if we're looking at all three candles, but this candle here, there's a big void in between these two, and price comes down and almost completely fills it before changing direction. And at that point, this could have been an opportunity to get in on the trade, but it could have also continued to go further down. So you need to back test this to see if it's going to work well for you. But price does this every single day on the chart. You just need to recognize it. As you can see, when price started coming back up, it broke above this area, came back and retested it with this candle right here. That wouldn't look like much of a signal, but if you would have gotten in at that point, if you would have spotted that, you could have potentially taken the trade for the rest of the way up. And this happens every single day. Test this out for yourself and see how it works, but just pay attention to how price is moving on the chart. You really don't need any indicators. I know there's one right here, but this is just for visual purposes. Price often, you can see that usually comes down around 50% of the way. You can just look at the chart and eyeball it. You really don't need that indicator to tell you what 50% of the way is. But if you have any questions about this, let me know. And until next time, bye for now.